Hello, welcome back to 30 Days of Building Challenge with me, Nancy. Today is day 11, and I'm here in my sort of autumn themed area because there's something here that's been bothering me for a while, and we're gonna fix it. Can you see what it is? It's not the build across the river. Now that's beautiful. I'm a big fan of my build over here, but these chests, I'm sorry to say guys, these chests have been here since um October, maybe, when I built this. And this whole area it's just torches and grass, and there's nothing going on here. So I want to take the opportunity today to build a little pumpkin patch to go on the other side of this path. Also maybe a little pumpkin house to put this bed into, because where it is just now is it's not the best. It's not ideal. So let's clear out some land and tidy this up. I flattened down the land and I'm ready to start building, and I have a good idea of what I want to do, but I wanted to talk through it a bit. I really like this view where we can see the ruins straight ahead on this path. So ideally, I'm not going to cover this section up. I think we're going to want to start building probably around here. Let's just sort of mark off the area. Then when we walk down this path, it shouldn't block our view. Yeah, that's fine. It can block that little section, but I'm not too bothered. And then I have this kind of really annoying cliff face here. It's not really a cliff, but it's a little bit steep to be like a gentle rolling hill as well. And I've done a bunch of terraforming to this already, but I've kind of given up on it, so to say, guys. So I think we're going to actually use that to our advantage here and create some sort of maybe of a deck overview area from a house. I don't know how that's going to look, but I think it'd be really cool if we have our little sort of pumpkin home here, pumpkin patch all around it, and a little decking sort of space here where it kind of stands out on stilts from this cliff. I think that could be really fun. So let's get started. I think the trick here is going to be going out a block or two from my original circle for a pumpkin shape like this. So it creates that more of a round curved kind of pumpkin feeling. I don't know how else to explain it, but this seems like a pretty good height and size for the house. I did have to kind of cut into the hill here a little bit, but you know, we'll make it work somehow. And I'm quite happy with the sort of image of it I'm getting here from these lines not being quite filled out, but it's going to end around here, and then we're going to have a nice little green pumpkin stem on top. And that's also loads of room in here for a bed and I don't know, some cute things inside. Now, I have a couple blocks picked out. When we were building this big pumpkin over here, we didn't have resin in the game, so my brightest color ended up being this orange concrete, which works really well. I also have orange wool, orange concrete, sand powder thing, and of course honeycomb, honey, and pumpkin blocks. Now, we could use the same palette. It's absolutely fine, but I think it'd be fun if I can work in the new blocks somehow. Don't know how, but I feel like it turns into quite a scaly looking pumpkin. But still I want to make it work, so let's see if we can use it as a highlight block somewhere. For now though, I am going to go for the same shadow colors on this side just to keep it consistent. On my lowest layer here, where there's going to be the most shadow, base layer here, I'm going to go in with terracotta. I think, is this terracotta? It's orange terracotta. Big pumpkin, small pumpkin, tiny pumpkin. Here's my little pumpkin that I'm going to make into a house. I think it looks okay. It looks a little bit squished, but I like it overall. And I used a lot of this resin primarily because I realized you can make stairs out of them, which really helps when making that more of a round shape on a small scale build like this. So I've put that to good use, and I think it looks okay. I might still prefer the look of this one originally, but when we scale things down, the resin is definitely a good help. So we have the inside of our pumpkin here. We got those honey blocks again for a little bit of a see-through look. Behind it, seen it on my big pumpkin, it's like a whole skylight. But you just ignore the pumpkin farm inside of there. So now I need to make this cute little lovely pumpkin into something that looks like it lives on a pumpkin patch and has been converted into a little house for a farmer maybe. And I'm thinking, how do I make this into a house without losing the pumpkinness of it? Well, first off, I think doors and windows would probably help. Here is a door, and I added a little overhanging kind of entrance doorway thing. I'm sure there's a real term for this, but I think that makes it look a little bit more housey. Now let's add some windows. I mean, I think the only places we can add windows are these central middle blocks on each side of the pumpkin. So let's give that a go. It's kind of cute, but it's not feeling like a house at all. And I think the best way to make something into a little cottage, to add a chimney. Let's do one. Let's do a chimney again. I added a chimney. Let's take a look at it. Ooh, look at this thing. It's so cute now. I absolutely love it. I adore it. I think that works really well. Chimney felt a little bit heavy for the pumpkin to support, so I thought it'd be good to have these sort of support fences almost. And I think it adds a lot of character here. And then we have this little entrance. I added some lanterns. Lanterns make everything feel more homely. And a little planter pot here. And we go inside and there's not much in here just now. But we can definitely work with this. I love the cozy vibe of this. So we can put a bed and some storage in here. And now I need to actually make this look like this was sprouted on a pumpkin patch and build a little viewing deck. Pumpkin house is officially complete. Let's take a little look at the terrace here, and the sun is setting and I've toggled cinematic camera by accident. Oh, that looks so good. In fact, I hardly even registered that the terrace is here, but I like the little extra warmth it brings to the place. It really is at that perfect height here where it doesn't cover up the ruins at all, but it gives this place a little bit something extra. And you know, you can imagine that maybe the little hobbitses that live in the hobbit hole, when they work these fields, maybe they come out and have lunch here at this little terrace and get to enjoy looking at scary, spooky looking ruins. But here is the pumpkin house. Please ignore the fact I haven't done the interior. I think the outside looks so cool. I love it. It's, you know, it's a little pumpkin. It's a little pumpkin. That's a house. I mean, what more do you really want? What more do you want in life? Really, I would be happy with this. This would do me. You know, I could retire and live happily ever after in this little pumpkin house. So I am so chuffed with it. And I think this is going to be it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye!